I never knew I'd get as old as I am. I never knew that. I remember thinking, God, this one girlfriend I loved so much. Then I heard that she'd passed away. And I thought, gosh, she's just young. She shouldn't have died. Then one after another, they died. It never got easier. It always made me feel bad for quite a while. You're just able to stand it more, I think, you know? You're just able to stand it more.
Do you think it's important to have something to do, like, to be passionate about?
Well, I do. It always makes everything better if you have a real good hobby that you're very interested in. Because you don't sit there and do this. You're outside doing something that interests you very much. You keep busy. The different hobbies you keep busy at, you know?
Welcome back to Mulligan Brothers Interviews, and today I'm sitting down with Uncle Jack on his 102nd birthday. Yes, you heard that right. Uncle Jack is 102 today, and we're going to be asking him all of life's wisest of questions and a little bit more about his story over the last 102 years. Also, if you want to go support them and Uncle Jack, this is the hat. It's all going to be linked down below. But this is a really exciting conversation with somebody who has seen many, many things and has a lot of wisdom to offer. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please go follow us on Spotify, where you can get early access 24 hours to these interviews and episodes, even the video form on Spotify at Mulligan Brothers. And make sure you like and subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. Let's dive into the episode with Uncle Jack, and thank you to today's sponsors. Jack, just for people who don't know who haven't seen Ask Uncle Jack or any of those things, could you just introduce yourself by name and where you're from?
My name is Jack Van Ortheim. I'm a native of California, La Crescenta Valley.
Do you remember your childhood, like earliest memories? Like what was sort of your first memories from childhood?
I remember I was always lonesome and always getting lost. And I always loved birds and animals. I always had a pet dog or cat or something. I remember one of my pet cats, just an alley cat, was named Mary Ann. And my last dog was named Prince, the German Shepherd. And we used to play Tarzan and climb the oak trees. And I remember falling out. Oh, God, did that hurt. Right on your back. I thought I'd never breathe again. And then run home and tell Mom I fell off a tree. She'd say, well, go in and lay down, take it easy. You're not going to die. And stay out of them trees, damn it. But I like to play Tarzan.
You mentioned Tarzan. I'm just thinking, did you go to the cinema? Did you watch, was TV a thing that people would watch?
On books. And books, I discovered Tarzan. Yeah. Slowly it lost its popularity, and they got into something else, you know. Then Sabu, the elephant boy. Has anybody heard of Sabu, the elephant boy? And his favorite elephant was Kalanog? Oh, where have you been? Well, that went through. Was very popular. And of course, Sabu passed away. I don't know where they put his elephant, probably at the zoo. And Sabu was buried at Forest Lawn, the big cemetery. And I kept living on and on. I never did kick the bucket. Sometimes I feel like the living dead. I should have died and I didn't.
Has that been difficult growing, living so old and having people that you love and your friends pass and die around you?
Oh, it made me very sad when they did. I remember thinking, God, this one girlfriend I loved so much. Then I heard that she'd passed away. And she was just young, you know. What was her name? Doris. I think Doris Williams was her name. And I thought, gosh, she's just young. She shouldn't have died. She's still full of pea and vinegar, you know? That's the way it goes. Then one after another, they died. And some I saw after they'd grown up, you know? And I hardly knew them after they grew up.
Did it ever get easier?
No, it never got easier. It always made me feel bad for quite a while. You're just able to stand it more, I think, you know? You're just able to stand it more. As you get older and older, and I remember thinking, I never knew I'd get as old as I am. I never knew that. I just used to sweeten everything with honey. And eat a lot of dark Hershey's dark chocolate, that's all. Those two things, honey and dark chocolate. Remember that.
That's the secret there that everyone wants to know. Did you do anything that helped you get through losing somebody? Was there anything that helped at all?
Oh, just hoping that you'll see him in the happy hunting ground. That's all, you know. That's about all. Gee, I hope I see him in the happy hunting ground, but I don't know if I'll get there. Look how long I've lived. Gosh.
Do you think it's important to have something to do, like to be passionate about, like drawing, going out into nature? Is that an important thing about trying to live old?
Oh, I do. I think they're very important. It always makes everything better if you have a real good hobby that you're very interested in. I think they're very important.
Why do you think they're important?
Well, because you don't sit there and do this. You're outside doing something that interests you very much. You keep busy. The different hobbies you keep busy at, you know. This wheelchair slowed me way down, you know. Oh, did it slow me down. I can't run out and do this and do that like I used to. And I never figured on a wheelchair. I never figured on that.
Do you wish that you could run around again?
Sure I do. All the time I wish, the day was when I could run right over there to that big lawn and run all over there.
Do you think people take that for granted?
I don't know. I guess they take it for granted. And then when they can, it's a great sadness, you know, great sadness when they find they can't.
Do you have any regrets in terms of things that you wish you had done?
Yeah, I wish I'd treated Mom better. But I just didn't know how to act with my mom. I didn't know how to take care of her. I wish I could have done it better. And I wish I could have helped the whole family more than I did. I was lazy. I was born lazy. And I wish I could have helped the whole family. But I didn't. Yeah. And my dad worked so hard. Oh, gosh. The hands of battery and electric. I used to go down and help him some of the time, but not enough of the time.
What do you think today's generation is like in comparison to when you was growing up?
Younger people are spoiled rotten. God, are they spoiled. Jeez.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Well, I should have had a family of my own. I don't know why. I didn't mean to be so damn lazy. But I was.
Has family been important to you?
Yes, family's important. Yeah, very important.
Is that something that we take for granted?
Most people, it is. It's something they take for granted. Well, I never took it for granted.
How have you stayed positive all the time?
Well, I get hauntingly lonesome, but because I'm a naturalist, that keeps me happy. Thinking of all the places I've been and all the wild things I've watched, that keeps me happy.
Damon, do you want to pull those photos out and then have a look through them?
All right.
Yeah,
Can I sit next to you, sir?
of course. You may.
So what is this?
That's the old home. A locris and a home.
So this is your baby book that your mom made for you. And it says here, born to Mr. Grover, Mr. and Mrs. Grover Van Nordheim on July 31st in the year of 1923 at 11:30
Wow, 11:30
p.m.
p.m.
Right before before August 1st.
Wow, yeah.
In the city of Glendale. And then your parents both signed it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my brother and that's me. Yeah. He called me I was his Buddha. As junior, he was 3 years older than me.
When I picture my grandfather, I picture him a certain way. When you picture your brother, like if I just said picture your brother, how old is he when you picture him? What do you see?
Just a young kid with dark hair. And he had straight hair. Junior Van.
That was always so interesting to me. Like in my head, when I think of my relatives, like I hold them, at a certain age. Grandpa was in his 60s when I was born, right? So I picture a grandpa, but he pictures that same person, right, here at 102 years old as, as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Something really cool about that to me. And they were buddies. You guys were like really good friends, it seems like.
Yeah. Oh, there's the old fish pond. Yeah, remember that little lake? Oh, they filled it in. It's a trailer park now.
Have you noticed nature's got worse over the years?
I guess it has. I never thought of it that way, but it probably has got worse.
When we go out for drives, he just is blown away by how many people. He's always just like, I can't. Like when Uncle Jack, when you were born in 1923, there were 2 billion people on Earth. And now there's over 8, right? So in one lifetime, to quadruple the population of our planet,
Wow.
how I
yeah.
said, like, he pictures a young version of his father, of his brother. I'm sure, like, when he goes outside on some level, to go from, like, all the dirt roads getting you everywhere in Southern California to the 10 million people that live just in our city alone, or in the Los Angeles area.
Was it a quieter time?
Oh, yes, much quieter then. There was big, lots of property which just had the wild plants on it. There was dirt roads and oak trees to climb, and now they're all gone. They're all paved oak trees, or most of them are gone. It's a different world now.
Do you prefer that era? Do you prefer it back then?
Oh, yeah, I prefer it like that. Oh, yeah.
I've been getting tons of messages asking about my health protocols ever since I did the world's heaviest marathon. The experience took a toll, and getting back to optimal health has been an absolute journey. That's where Marrick Health have been absolutely essential. Their approach is beyond quick fixes. It's about long-term health and performance. They work with medical professionals to create personalized, evidence-based plans tailored to your needs, using pharmaceutical-grade treatments and cutting-edge diagnosis. Whether it's TRT, peptides, supplements, or like me, getting full health analysis to get you back on track, Marrick Health provides everything that you need. And it's not just for athletes. If you're an entrepreneur or businessman like me, you might want that renewed focus, clarity, and energy. That's when Marrick Health can get your brain performing at its peak. From comprehensive blood work to customized health plans, Marrick gives you the tools to optimize your life. If you're ready to take control of your health, go to marrickhealth.com and use code Mulligan for 10% off. The link's down below. I can't recommend them enough. And if you just wanted to get started, I would go and get your blood work done. Go get assessed, find out where they can help you. Use the link down below for 10% off using code Mulligan. Let's dive back into the video.
What was the moment like when World War II was breaking out? Like, do you remember knowing that you would have to go serve
Yeah, I do. I was drafted. Oh God, I had to go serve, but you get used to all that, you know. And God, I went clear to Australia. God, we went. How did we go? The longest way you could go. And God, I just loved Australia. It's paradise in Australia. I never saw any action, you know. I was in the medical corps, the 153 Station Hospital. And all the boys were getting malaria real bad. So we were treating most of them for malaria, not for bullet wounds. That was it.
How many years was you in Australia for?
Long as the war lasted.
Was there a story, a particular story that stood out from that time period?
I had a pet Australian possum, and they're nothing like our possums. They're altogether different. Beautiful little guy. I kidnapped him. I should never have kidnapped him, but I did. I took him out of his hollow tree, and he used to ride around on my shoulder. Oh, gosh.
What was it? What other wildlife was there in Australia?
Ringtail possums, koalas, and wallabies. I saw the small kangaroos, wallabies. I never did see the big ones. And like I say, the ringtail possums and wallabies, and there were some gliding squirrels, flying squirrels, and of course all kinds of parrots, beautiful parrots of all kinds, you know. There are a dime a dozen there, you know, gosh. Flying wild through the trees, screeching through the trees. Oh, yeah. I remember getting on a steamer coming home. This one guy, and we had a regular container made out of canvas for the gas mask. And he took the gas mask out and into the gas mask, he put one of those big sulfur-crested cockatoos. I don't know whatever happened to it. How far he got with it, I have no idea.
So you came back on the boat?
Yeah. I came back on the boat.
How long did that take?
I forget just how long it took. It's been so long ago, you know, you forget a lot of that. I know it was quite a while. It was quite a trip. Yeah, we went through the Panama Canal, all through there. These natives would come out with bunches of bananas. And we would take a dollar bill and put it down over the edge on a rope, and they would take that and see if it was okay. And then they'd put a bunch of bananas, they'd tie a bunch of bananas on that, and we'd haul it back up to the boat. That was fun. We used to sneak out at night. You get over the side of the boat, they had little lifeboats hanging, tied well, and we used to get inside of those and smoke. Oh, God. It's a wonder we didn't fall out of them and into the ocean. That's what we used to do.
I'm surprised to hear you smoked, Jack.
Yeah, I used to smoke, and I really liked it. I smoked them Pall Mall. Remember the long Pall Mall? I used to smoke them, yeah. Gosh. But when I quit, that was it, I quit. I had friends that kept smoking, and they died of that. I think they call it emphysema. They died of emphysema, where you can't get your breath. And thank God I quit. Yeah. Gosh. And so time went by. And I remember the day I got on the bus way down there and the streetcar and finally got off and came walking down old New York Avenue to our little old home on Prospect, 3352 Prospect, with all that behind me, all of it behind me. Oh, I'm so glad to see everybody, you know.
Was there a sense of relief?
Yeah, there was. It was. It was a great. For a long time, we used to have to practice marching in the army lots. For a long time, anytime I was walking with someone else, I'd try to keep in step with them. You know, that happened. Oh gosh, and that was it. All that was behind me.
Did you know that the country wasn't going back to war? Did you feel safe, or was you a little bit worried that you might have to go back again at some point?
We felt safe back home. Yeah, my father built us from the ground up, from the foundation up. And he got people, of course, to come and help him. And he built it all by himself with a few friends. And we lived there, Mom and Dad, and my brother and me. My brother was 3 years older than me. He was junior and I was Jack. Jack and Junior.
When you were a kid, you had 3 friends who were named Jack.
Yeah, Jack Waite, Jack Coffer, and me, Jack Van.
Right.
And every one of us were wild animal feeds, every one of us.
What was it about nature that you liked so much?
I just liked watching all the birds and beasts whenever I could, you know.
Do you think people should experience nature more?
Yes, everyone should do that. They should all go out and enjoy nature. They'd find a different world out there, and their troubles would vanish as if by magic.
Do you think today's generation has lost touch with going into nature?
Oh, a lot. They've lost a lot to nature. They've lost a lot. We had a chicken farm years ago. We raised Rhode Island Reds. Rhode Island Red chickens. I can remember that. And we sold eggs and this and that. I had a backyard zoo. I had white rats. And I had a pen with gopher snakes in it and king snakes. And lizards, of course, to feed them. Of course, they also ate white rats. And I had a pet raccoon. Oh, and I had possums. I caught a possum that had a pocket full of babies, little tiny babies. And she raised them all in the pen. Then I remember I let them all go. I had a coyote, a pet coyote, someone that dug out of a den and raised with a bottle, you know. He was a lot of fun. He'd play and wag his tail and howl. I eventually had to get rid of him because he howled all the time and kept everyone awake. And of course I had ravens and magpies and various birds. Hawks and owls.
Wow.
I was a teenager, I think. 15, 16, 17, along in there.
What's your favorite animal if you had to pick one?
Elephant is my favorite animal. Of course, I never had an elephant. Every year we go to the Los Angeles County Fair. That wasn't too far from our home. And then we would go into the animal tent, and they had elephants in there, you know, and different animals. Oh, that was so fun. At first it used to be in big circus tents, but then finally it was in buildings. And you had to pay to get in, I remember. I'll never forget that. We had to pay to get into the fair.
Is that where you felt happiest, around animals and in nature?
Yeah. I think I was very happiest then, those days of going to the Los Angeles County Fair. I'll meet you there.
So would you go out and go on adventures and go hiking or walking or into nature back then? Is that what you would do for...
Oh, yeah. I'd walk down to the Verdugo Hills. We're close to our place. We'd go hiking up there. Oh, I knew all the trails there. Or you could go up to the big mountains, the San Gabriel Mountains, and go hiking back in there too. Either place. They both had beautiful water, little spruce streams. Oh, I'll never forget that.
Who would you go with?
Denny Thatcher, the neighbor next door, usually Denny Thatcher, or Jack Waite. Either one of them loved to go. And we'd hunt water dogs. Water dog is a type of little aquatic salamander. And then by the house, after the flood, and they had the flood, and they built a storm drain, all made out of cement. Anyway, I used to go down it, go up and down it, and little rabbits used to fall in all the time, little brush rabbits, all kinds of animals. And I used to bring them all home, and with that I could feed a lot of the animals I had at my zoo. With the rabbits, I fell into the storm drain. That was quite a chore, too. A lot of exercise. Oh, gosh.
Did you ever get into danger when you was on your adventures?
You had to watch for rattlesnakes. I remember I used to catch the little tiny ones and put them in a bottle. You know, a bottle like a glass bottle. And of course, they got long fangs in their mouth. If they bite you, why, it could be deadly. So be careful of them.
When did you find, like, drawing? When did you find an interest to draw or to paint or art in general?
Well, my mother and father were both artists. So just when I was a little kid, I started to draw. You know, and I could just, from my mind, I could draw elephants or horses or people. Just from my mind, I didn't have to copy nothing. That's how I got it, because they were both artists. And it came out on me. And my brother was more of a mechanic. You know, he went the mechanic way. My father was an auto mechanic in Glendale for a lifetime. Vans, battery, and electric. That's what side he had over his shop in the little town of Glendale. Vans, battery, and electric. I built owl boxes for the owls. I did that. This one place, there was an old barn, a beautiful old barn. And I noticed barn owls in it, but no place for them to nest. So I made a box, and inside that barn there was an old ladder. The hell it came from a fruit picker's ladder. And I put it up against there and clumb up it and put that box there. By God, the barn owls moved right in. Next time I looked in, there was eggs. Then there were little baby owls, all covered with white down. Yeah, and that went like that until they took the whole barn down.
What's your mission at the moment? Obviously, you're inspiring people, and you can see that through the community that you've built. But also, like, what's the mission here? To help out here.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, this has all just been an exploration of our ongoing friendship, which is kind of the coolest part of it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's just like driving here. I was like, what are we going to talk about? Because I have a job like that I would be having to prepare for, and I was like, wait, this is just our life. Like, I guess I don't have to think about it. Just go be ourselves. So all of this came out of just needing to figure out how to pay Uncle Jack's bills. That's what this,
Yeah.
Because being a senior and then heading into your 100th birthday, we were looking down, at negative bank account and doing everything I could to give him dignity in a place that was nice. So everything still points to the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is just an ongoing campaign that is for daily expenses. And every month somehow we just have this community that we've built of people that just support you, Jack. It's a miracle, really.
It is a miracle.
Yeah. But you know what's cool too, which I think is unique to our experience, is that I just think a lot of people don't have a way to relate to their elders. Like it's hard, without just going over there and the TV's on or they've heard all the stories and there's not a lot of curiosity left. I mean, we've been friends for so long that we just get each other, but also this process has given us always something to do. So when I come over, he'll have an idea and we'll go explore it and make videos around it. Or I'll be driving here coming up with a poem, or we'll just go sit in the back and he'll sing a new song that I've never heard before. And I'm like, wait, can you sing that again? And then we're able to share it. So I think it's an exploration and understanding each other and our unique journey too.
Well, I think it's lovely. First of all, like we'll put all the links down below for that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I think it's lovely that, we're speaking about earlier about loneliness and what Jack would do without you. And there are some people who might have, like you say, like don't know how to relate to their elders and stuff. And hopefully this is like some kind of thing where they can, gain some inspiration from it and see like how much you gain from it as well. And like, yeah, I'd love people to walk away with that. But yeah, also guys, if you want to support, there's a link down below directly where you can do that. But yeah, thank you so much for entertaining us and allowing us to bother you, Jack, for today. I really do appreciate it.
And thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. This is Damon signing off.
This is Uncle Jack signing off.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.